I'm done with your pathetic family-pleasing act, she sneered after I defended her to my family, despite her trashing me to them. So I took my support and left her. Now she's calling me ostracized after her best friend, lover betrayed her. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I sat at my family's dining table, the smell of mom's roast chicken filling the air, but the tension was thicker than the gravy. My parents and sister, Emily, were there, their eyes flicking to Ava, my girlfriend of 2 years. She sat next to me, picking at her plate, her usual charm dialed down to a forced smile. My family never fully warmed to her. Emily called her flaky. Dad thought her coffee shop dreams were a pipe dream, but I always defended her. That night, I was doing it again. Emily had just made a jab about Ava missing my cousin's wedding last month. She's always got an excuse, Theo, Emily said, rolling her eyes. I tensed, ready to smooth things over. Ava's been busting her ass at the cafe, I said, my voice steady. She's saving up for her own place. Cut her some slack. Mom raised an eyebrow, but I kept going, painting Ava as the driven woman I believed in, the one I'd spent years supporting through late-night rants about her boss and her big plans. Ava's fork clinked against her plate. Then she laughed, a cold, sharp sound that made my stomach drop. Oh my God, Theo, she said, leaning back in her chair, her green eyes glinting with something cruel. I'm done with your pathetic family-pleasing act. Ryan doesn't grovel to your mom like you do. He's got a spine. The room went silent. My heart slammed against my ribs. Ryan, my best friend since we were 12, the guy I'd known half my life. What the hell are you talking about? I managed, my voice low, praying I'd misheard. Ava smirked, tossing her hair. I've been sleeping with Ryan for months. He's a real man, not some pushover begging his family to like me. She leaned forward, her voice dripping venom. And by the way, I told your sister you're spineless. She agreed. I froze. My family's faces, Mom's shock, Dad's clenched jaw, Emily's wide eyes, burned into me. Ava had been texting Emily behind my back, trashing me while I defended her. The hypocrisy hit like a punch. She'd used my loyalty to look good, all while slandering me to the people I loved. I wanted to scream, to demand why, but the words stuck in my throat. Mom broke the silence, her voice shaking. You said that about my son? Ava shrugged, like it was nothing. He's too soft. Always has been. I stood, my chair scraping the floor. My hands trembled, but I kept my voice steady. You leaned on me to win them over while you lied about me to their faces. We're done, Ava. I grabbed my jacket, ignoring her scoff, and walked out into the cold night. My family's stunned silence followed me, but so did a flicker of relief. I was done carrying her. The next morning, I stood in our cramped apartment, surrounded by Ava's coffee shop sketches and half-empty mugs. My duffel bag was half-packed on the couch, my clothes and laptop stacked neatly. I'd barely slept, my mind replaying Ava's sneer, her betrayal with Ryan, and the gut-wrenching truth that she'd been bad-mouthing me to my own sister. I wanted answers, but more than that, I wanted out. Ava stormed in from the bedroom, her hair messy, her face twisted with defiance. You're really leaving? She snapped, crossing her arms. Over one little fling. I zipped my bag, keeping my voice calm. One fling? You slept with my best friend and trashed me to my family. You called me spineless to Emily while I was defending you. She rolled her eyes, pacing. Ryan gets me, Theo. He's ambitious, not some bleeding heart social worker stuck in a dead-end job. You suffocated me with your support. Her air quotes made my blood boil, but I didn't bite. You used my support to look good, I said, meeting her gaze. You texted Emily lies about me while I fought for you. That's not a fling. That's you being a liar. Ava laughed, bitter and sharp. Oh, please. You're just mad because I outgrew you. Ryan's helping me open my shop, something you'd never understand. Her delusion was staggering. She thought Ryan, a sleazy salesman who'd always chased clout, was her ticket to success. I slung my bag over my shoulder. You don't get to rewrite who I am, Ava. Keep your lies and your real man. I'm done. I walked to the door, ignoring her taunt about me, crawling back. I drove straight to a motel, booked a one-way ticket to a small city 3 hours away, and blocked her number. The road stretched out, and for the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe. 6 months after I walked out on Ava, I was in a new city, a small place with quiet streets and a view of the mountains. My new apartment was sparse, a couch, a coffee table, a bed, but it felt like mine, not a stage for someone else's drama. I'd landed a better job as a caseworker at a youth center, helping kids navigate foster care and rough home lives. It paid more, sure, but the real win was the purpose it gave me. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was building something. Weekends became my escape. I started hiking trails outside the city, the kind where the air smells like pine and your boots crunch on gravel. It was just me, my backpack, and the rhythm of my steps. Out there, I could think. I'd spent years propping up Ava, her dreams, her insecurities, her coffee shop plans, while she called me spineless behind my back. The betrayal still stung, but it was fading, like a bruise you only notice when you press it. Hiking let me leave that weight behind, step by step. One evening, as I scrolled through my phone at a trailhead, I got a text from Jake, a mutual friend back home. He'd seen something wild. Ryan, my ex-best friend and Ava's affair partner, had posted screenshots of her texts online. She'd called me a spineless doormat and a loser who'd never get her, bragging to Ryan about how she played me to keep my family's approval. Ryan, the sleaze, shared them to save face after their fling imploded, and now our friend group and my family were done with her. Jake wrote, "Ava's radioactive, man. Nobody wants her around." I stared at the message, my thumb hovering over the screen. Part of me wanted to feel vindicated, but mostly I felt free. I'd been loyal to someone who used me as a prop while trashing me to my own people. Deleting Jake's text, I realized I didn't need to gloat. Ava's lies were her own punishment. I tossed my phone in my bag and hiked on, the sunset painting the peaks gold. At work, I'd started opening up to a coworker, Sarah, who'd become a friend. Over coffee one day, I let slip a bit about Ava. "I used to think loyalty was enough," I said, stirring my cup. "But it has to start with yourself." Sarah nodded, her eyes kind. "Sounds like you're figuring that out." I was. For the first time, I wasn't living for someone else's approval. Ava's texts started creeping in like roaches a month after Jake's message. At first, I ignored them. Short pleas like, "Theo, can we talk?" or "I messed up." I'd blocked her number after the breakup, but she used new ones, probably burner apps. By week 2, her voicemails were novels. "Ryan screwed me over, Theo. He lied to everyone, and now they hate me. You were always good to me. Please, I need you." Her voice cracked, but I heard the same entitled edge, like I owed her a lifeline after she'd spit on my loyalty. I deleted them without replying. Then her cousin Mia showed up at my youth center, strutting into the lobby like she owned it. I was finishing paperwork when she barged in, her voice loud enough to turn heads. "Theo, you've got some nerve," she snapped, hands on her hips. "Ava's a wreck because of you. You left her to crash and burn. You coward." I leaned back in my chair, keeping my cool. "Ava burned herself, Mia. She cheated with Ryan and trashed me to my own family. I don't owe her a thing." Mia's face twisted, like I'd slapped her. "She made a mistake. Ryan's the bad guy. He posted her texts." I almost laughed at the irony. Ava's lies about me, calling me spineless, a loser, were now her undoing, and she sent Mia to guilt-trip me? She lied to my sister, my parents, our friends. I said, my voice steady. She called my loyalty pathetic while I defended her. She doesn't get a pass. Mia huffed, muttering about fixing Ava's mess, but I cut her off. "Tell her to stop contacting me. I'm done." I walked her to the door, ignoring her glare, and went back to work. My kids at the center needed me. People who valued help, not betrayed it. That night, another voicemail. "Theo, I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong about you. Ryan ruined my life, but you're the only one I can trust." I deleted it, my jaw tight. Ava's delusion was unreal. She thought she could rewrite her betrayal and waltz back in. I blocked the new number, but I knew she wouldn't stop. Not yet. 8 months after the breakup, I was back in my old town to visit my parents. I'd just grabbed a coffee from a corner shop when I saw her. Ava, standing on the street corner near my old apartment, looking like a ghost of herself. Her hair was limp, her jacket frayed, and her eyes darted nervously. I almost kept walking, but she spotted me and rushed over, her voice shaky. "Theo, please, just hear me out." I stopped, my coffee warm in my hand, and faced her. She looked desperate, but I wasn't the same guy she'd mocked at that dinner. What do you want, Ava? I asked, my tone flat. I was wrong, she said, her words tumbling out. Ryan's a liar. He posted those texts, turned everyone against me. I'm so sorry, Theo. You were always good to me. Her eyes begged for pity, but I saw through it. She was still deflecting, still acting like the victim. I took a sip of my coffee, calm as a lake. You called my loyalty pathetic while I defended you to my family, I said, my voice steady. You texted Emily I was spineless, played me to look good, then cheated with Ryan. You don't get to rewrite that now, Ava. Live with it. Her face crumpled, but I didn't flinch. She stammered. I didn't mean it. I was stupid, but I was done. You meant every word, I said, stepping back. You thought Ryan was your ticket out, but he showed everyone who you really are. I'm not your fallback. I turned and walked away, her soft sob fading behind me. I headed to a trail with new friends from work, the mountains calling. For the first time, I felt light, free from her lies, her weight, her hypocrisy. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.